Thank you. Wow. It feels good to be home. There is no place like home. Thank you very much for inviting me today to share with you some thoughts on relationship. Enadie, semeka say, choose right. No much to say, act right. Choose right. In the Bible, the ancient Hebrews had more than one wives. In certain cultures also, it is allowed for multiple marriages. Muslim men have little or no restrictions when it comes to the number of wives they can have. For Christians, it is considered immoral and improper for someone married to have more than one sexual partner. Faithfulness in a relationship is a rule that is violated frequently, sometimes creating a public scandal, broken home, which leads to a lot of social problems, including armed robbery, streetism, mental disorder, and especially teenage pregnancy, which is repeatedly becoming a problem for you and I. This is evident in the report given by Ghana Health Service, stating that a total of about 8,873 teenage pregnancies were recorded from January to June in this year, with 192 of the girls being under 15 years. Majority of these issues are caused as a result of one person's unfaithfulness and irresponsibility in a marriage. That is why I am here today to challenge and motivate you all to choose right and act right. Do yourself a favor and find a faithful man. Do you have a question? Okay, you can go.
Miss Afrah.
Yes, dear.
Mary saying, dear, all they do is to treat you and discharge you. They just jump from one lady to the other. It's a potro. I am ready to choose right. But these days, it is so difficult to find a faithful man. How do you find a faithful man in this day and age, Miss Afrah? Thank you.
Well, men have an understandable tendency to lie about doing things everyone agrees is wrong. Still, studies by Kinsey, Masters, and Johnson indicated that 50% of men are faithful to their wives. However, or clearly, men remain faithful to their wives over the course of a long marriage. This is why I am saying that men are faithful to their wives. Now, you can only know if a man is faithful through their characteristics. And these are some of the characteristics of a faithful man. They honor and respect women. A faithful man will not treat a woman like he is superior to her. He will understand her opinions and differences. A faithful man will always honor women and take care of them as good as possible. No physical or verbal harassment. And then also always want to make their loved ones happy. A faithful man controls emotion. Men may be easily upset when their ego is touched, but traits of faithful men are able to control their emotions and not make it explosive when they are angry. They know which words to choose when angry and choose to channel or choose to do something positive to channel that character or that emotion in order to make their loved ones happy. He is not the type of guy who likes to try. A faithful man have a sense of taste and believe in choices. He is not the type that likes to try or satisfy his curiosity and taste over a woman he just met. Not because he is curious or because he doesn't believe or love his wife, but because he understands God. And also, one thing that we should also know is that a man's faithfulness can never be predicted upon any other thing other than the faithfulness of God. The attributes are many. And so emrenti, made besi ha. But my dear ladies, if you find all these attributes in a man, then don't forget that you have just found the faithful man. It doesn't end there. You also have to act right in a way to give him reason to always be faithful to you. Choose right. Choose right. Thank you.
Choose right. Act right. And that's our queen there. Judge Benny, let's start with you.
Welcome back, Afrah.
Thank you.
When you started, well, faithfulness, I'm tempted to ask you what you mean by the word faithfulness. It seems to me that you were talking about sort of, fidelity in marriage, sort of the non-cheating husband, right? So sexual faithfulness. Is that what you're...
I was talking about the characteristics of a faithful man. As in the characteristics, what they possess or what they portray.
Okay, so you're not limiting it to just sexual fidelity?
No, please. I was limiting it to... I was talking about their ways, what they do, faithful men.
Okay. You lost me a bit at some point as to exactly what you meant, because I sort of came with you along the line of, you were talking about don't cheat on your wife. So this is your definition of faithfulness. And then it sort of went off into all kinds of things that you lost me a bit, to be honest. And maybe it's my fault, but just so you know, that I got a bit lost at some point in there.
Okay. Judge Linda.
Yes, I will have to agree with Benny. I was also a bit lost.
Okay.
But I am guessing that you're talking about faithful to you totally, not just sexual faithfulness.
Yes, please.
Okay, so loyalty and all of that.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you tell me the man you're looking for.
I want a faithful man. And then a hard-working man as well. Someone who is faithful and hard-working.
But how would you know if the man is faithful?
Through the characteristics I mentioned, the few I mentioned.
But if you're not married to him, you can't see all those things. So tell me again.
During the process of dating, definitely, you might not know everything about him, but you know little that you think will convince you to
Like
go
what?
into a marriage.
Like what? Like what? I'm curious.
Like what I said, that a faithful man, he will control his emotions. He will not just get angry at you. Sometimes it's good, he can get angry, but then he knows how to channel his anger whenever he's angry.
And that's a faithful man.
That are some of his characteristics. And he is someone who remains faithful to his partner, as I said too.
Why hear me, Mom?
Sir.
Papa.
Linda.
Yes, darling.
Sir, Mayura.
Why hear me cry?
Me funny be mana.
Bomade mami.
Okay. As I was saying, that I want a hardworking and a faithful man. And you ask how I'll be able to know whether this man is faithful. And I indicated that when you are dating, some of the characteristics that he portrays to you will make you know how faithful he is.
And before the who's will be a faithful, but I'm a bit confused. And I want to make a question as you want.
Matse point na say. But faithfulness is not all about the sexual aspect as we are saying, but their characteristics. And as ni subai any ni su said you will sit here. Say ni bufua or two ne boasema until
okay. Audience, has she been faithful to you? Okay, pick up your phone now and vote. Afrah, thank you very much indeed. For a moment, I got the feeling Afrah was describing for us her faithful boyfriend.